It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dina.
What is up? What is up? I can't believe it. You're back tuning in to another episode of the Don't Make It Weird podcast. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Quigley, and I am joined, as always, by the chaotic connoisseur of candy, the Dinacorn herself, Dinasaurus. What is going on, Dina?
I'm so happy to hang out with you guys again.
Oh my gosh, Dina, you stop.
I'm so cute, I know.
Yeah, folks at home, if you're not watching the YouTube and you just can't see how adorable Dina is, like, what are you doing with your life? It's unbelievable. You can just block out my portion of the screen and just focus in on her. It's all you need to do. And we have with us my man, the only adult in the room, the man himself, producer Sean. What's going on, buddy? I see you're in the
how's it going? How's it going?
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. But, before we'd be remiss, before we can even get started, once again, we can just pencil this in, circle it at the start of every single episode. Wes Rants has found us lacking on drinking, so we're going to take a couple of drinks for you, Wes, and you can just fuck right off.
There we go, Wes.
He's got his notepad out and he's ready. So,
also on that note, hold on.
Yep.
We are making an executive decision starting this week. Weird is no longer a buzzword. It just comes up way too often, and we almost never catch it. So instead, we're swapping it out for cilantro or coriander.
I'll just drink now just to make sure that Wes is comfortable with our... So we've got a quick rule change that. And if you haven't seen our plug for the drinking game where you can drink along, see our podcast channel. We're going to have it up there. We want you to get drunk with us. The rules are going to be beautiful.
We're posting it on Twitter.
Yes, sir. So today's episode, we've got some incredible stuff in store for you. We're going to be getting steamy. We're going to be talking romance novels. We're going to be getting crazy with it. You got some sweet saxophone music for me, producer Sean?
No, I do not.
Dina, can you provide me some sax music? Just give us like a little...
Do you have your saxophone right there next to you?
There we go. Dina producing the sound effects.
What does the saxophone sound like? Wait. No, it's not. That's a trumpet. The sax is like the blues. Like that, right?
Perfect.
It's nearly indistinguishable from the real thing.
That's a perfect.
So we're gonna be talking romance, and then we're gonna be getting spooky.
Beat that.
Already drinking. And then we're going to be getting spooky. If you stick around for Dina's story time, we're going to be talking about her aunt, the medium, the ghost whisperer herself. Give us a little preview about what you have in store for us, Dina.
I'm stressing out so hard. It was an accident that turned into a huge thing that I can't fix. Okay, that's all you guys get. That's all you get.
Can't
Just wait for later.
This is the chaos I live for. I cannot wait for this. But before we even go any further than that, I would like to give a huge shout out to our guests from last week, Dr. Stephen Wildcard III and Anthony Antoine Star Puncher, the co-hosts of
Antoine?
Antoine. That's how we're calling this. I don't care if it's Antoine. It looks like it's Antoine, and I'm sticking with it. All right,
Antoine would be like a U or something. Antoine. Antoine.
Don't judge me. Antoine.
I'm judging.
So we've got Anthony and Stevie Wildcard, the co-hosts of the We Have Issues podcast. You can find them on YouTube and every major podcast service. They are two best friends navigating adulthood while trying to have successful careers in the comic book industry. You can find them on Twitter at We Have Issues Pod. We Have Issues Pod. We love you guys.
Yep, new episodes every Wednesday. I just checked out the new one today. It was good.
Man, we had so much fun with them on. Dina, what was your favorite part about having Anthony and Stevie on?
My favorite part was the bot read. That was a lot of fun. I really liked it, especially like the pre-planning with the Susan and everything. That was really good teamwork. I liked that a lot.
Everyone switching roles added a really cool element to it.
That was great. Yeah.
Hey, listen, that was your brainchild, finding the Susan, your old friend. And let me tell you, like, this was like a 2-hour plus recording session. We've never recorded that long. We had so much good contact. We couldn't stop talking. It was so awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun and really hard to edit. I'll say that too.
Our significant others were not happy with how late we were staying up after that recording. So
mine went to bed. He didn't care. He gave up. He gave up.
Just gave up on you completely.
Yeah. I walked out and I was like, hey, babe. And he was like asleep in bed. And I was like, oh, it's really late.
My bad.
Womp womp.
All right. So, producer Sean, it's time for my least favorite segment because I'm always the one getting killed here. Where did we fuck up?
You know what? There was a lot of stuff to pick from in that 2.5 hours of raw footage, but I picked a few choice ones that I think you'll enjoy. Before we even started the episode, when we were just going over the run of show with our guests, Daniel called Dina Anthony.
Allegedly.
And it's not in the episode. It'll be in an outtake. I'm going to do an outtake reel from that episode because there was just so much I had to cut that I wanted to keep. And that's one of the things that's going to be leading off that outtake reel. So you're welcome.
That's a new low for me. Oh my God.
You know what? We did have a really long recording session, but kind of in part to the fact that Dina, her headphones just died in the middle of the sessions.
And the best part is like she was frozen on screen. Like you're not going to see in the episode.
No. Oh, that's when the computer died, which was like 20 minutes later. She didn't plug her computer in, and she noticed. She noticed it was dying as it was dying, and all we saw was her no, and then it froze. It was so good. Oh man, that was funny. So we just paused and then wait for her to get it back on, and then continued on. But it was funny. Also, as you know, good. Just made sure again.
Hey, got it.
We did give Stevie Vilcard and Dr. Star Puncher royal titles, and Anthony just couldn't get a handle on his until very, very late. And then we had to
and had the nerve to yell at me for not getting it, and he couldn't get it.
He couldn't even get it right in the promo.
Yeah, we had to do the promo a couple times. That's okay though, because we were all drunk and it was 2 hours later than when we started.
I have
but that's okay.
3 White Claws and a bottle of wine. Who let me do that?
You had a thermos.
You're grown.
You had a thermos with a straw.
No, I'm not. I'm a child.
Oh, well, don't say that if you're going to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
For those playing along with us at home, that's a questionably illegal thing that you might want to drink for.
That's right.
Yeah. I love how Daniel plays with the audience and us. Like,
I just want to drink. I just want White Claw to notice me.
Same.
Come on, White Claw. Notice us, White Claw. We love you.
Senpai.
No. Another one worth mentioning is, and this upset our guests quite a bit, Dina has never seen The Lost Boys, which is Anthony and Steven's favorite movie of all time, and allegedly their relationship is built upon the foundation of The Lost Boys. And when they found that out before we even started recording, the mood of the episode just shifted immediately.
And you know,
if you not fair.
If you've watched the show or listened to the show for a while, you know that Daniel's usually the one who gets shit on, and this episode was just shit on Dina Fest. And even Anthony said he came into the episode with the intention of being on Daniel's side because no one is ever on Daniel's side.
It's true.
But then it just naturally shifted towards Dina. And, I mean, to be fair, Dina, normally that's not the case. This is like the first time ever that everyone's shitting on you. So
it is like ever.
If like 1 out of 7,
all of high school did.
That's not bad.
So in the time since the recording of that episode, Dina, have you made good? Have you seen The Lost Boys?
Here's the thing. I am waiting on my best friend. Hey, Kenzie, get me the fucking password. She's supposed to give me her password to her HBO so that I can watch it before Chad Ryan comes on.
Come on, Kenzie.
That's apparently important. And Kenzie,
Here's
get
the
your
thing.
ass in gear. Get me Josh's password now. Okay.
You can watch it, but are you going to remember it? Like if someone asks you what happened in the movie, are you going to be like, I just finished watching it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like with the 3 episodes of Firefly that I watched last night that I had to go back and rewatch because I still don't fucking remember it. It's my 6th time watching them. Yeah. Yep.
And she's a genius.
Yeah, so you better
Remember
watch
that.
the movie
She's
a few
smart.
times then.
She's a smart one in our
Yep.
group, guys.
I have no memory.
So what's that behind you, Dina? What's going on with that?
Yeah, we got a couple of props here.
This is a plant. I named it Dewi, Dewey, not Dewi.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Important
from
distinction.
our good friend on the show, Dewey-ander.
Yes,
I'm
Dewey
calling
Anda.
it Dewey-ander, even though it should be Dowie-ander. Dowie-ander.
Dewey Anda.
He sent me fucking coriander. Coriander.
That's a drink
Yonder over there.
Yonder. Oh God. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, that's both of us.
too. You know what? I got to get a buzz sound or something ready for that.
I have my bullshit button.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No, that should just be used for when you're talking shit to Daniel and he says something stupid.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a wonderful plant from our good friend on the pod.
And listen, it's that coriander started a huge war on Twitter. We lost a lot of good men out there and women. Just lost a lot of good people to this war. This
is also wilting already, so I'm okay with it dying because I am team anti.
Herbs do that.
Cilantro.
And also over your shoulder, I see that we have
that's a buzz too. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. I see. We
I'm
have
not letting Wes get me.
I see you got a little flag there as we try to pander to our favorite country. What's up, Canada?
Hey, Canada. What's up? I still
love you, Canada.
So, all right, guys, as we want to get in the romance mood, I just want you guys to picture some saxophone music as we do this. A little bit of the, what's that one like famous sax song where it's like, do 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 do. You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Yes. I'm never gonna dance again.
Yeah,
that song.
I told you.
Oh my god.
Producer Sean, hit us with one more bar. One more time. Just come on.
No.
This is going to be our new Twitter poll. Can we get producer Sean to keep singing for us? Folks, if you like that bar, if you liked him hitting us with that chorus, just let us know in the comments. Say, all I want is producer Sean to sing. Sing for us, producer Sean, please.
Sing for us, baby.
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm sorry, baby. So I want you guys
It's
to picture
Careless Whisper. Careless Whisper by George Michael.
I want you guys, listen, we're not going to have the rights to this song, so this is not going to be added in later. Just I want you guys to picture it in your head, some Careless Whisper going on as we do this. To get in the romance mood, we're going to tell some story. We're going to get a little early storytelling going on. We're going to be talking about first dates, the worst ones we've ever been on, and a little, first kiss story. All right, guys, Dinosaurus, hit us with your best first date, or worst first date, really.
We're going back in time.
Listen, Dina's sound effects are better than anything you can find.
It's true. I'll just record that.
No, fucking hell, not again.
Oh, and also for the folks at home, if you haven't heard Dina Raptor, that is now a soundbite of ours that we get to hear anytime we want. Just one more time, producer Sean.
I told you guys, it's my new phone notification.
So if anyone ever texts producer Sean, that's the sound that they're going to hear. All right, so sorry.
Okay,
All right, game face. We're back in time. First date.
We're back in time. This is, okay, first date was also, first date ever was also my worst date ever. I'm going to try to keep it short because you're actually stealing what was once a podcast story. So I'm going to try to summarize it a little bit. Way to go. I fucked up. My parents didn't know. Surprise, Mom. Oh, God, she listens to me.
That's right. Your mom's learning so many secrets about you right now.
Yeah, she is, but she can't do anything. I don't live with her, so. Yeah, it was my friend at the time had, you know her as Michaela, that's not her real name, but my friend at the time, her cousin, she set me up on a date with her cousin who lived like an hour away, and I had my own car, and he did not, so his dad had to drop him off, and he made
Josh know
it at
about
the movies. His dad dropped him off at the movies. I drove an hour, and his dad made it really weird. And that's no longer a buzzword. Ha, fuck you, Wes. Like,
Suck it, Wes.
His dad made it really weird by like shouting at us like out the window of the car as he dropped him off, and was like something about getting lucky. And I was like, oh no, like it's too much.
Oh God, so he's like promoting.
Yes, it was really uncomfortable, so that started bad, and I was already really, like, awkward because I barely knew him. It was, like, a setup with my friend's cousin. Like, what's gonna really happen here? I don't really know him. He's 17, I'm 16, he doesn't own a car, but I do. Like, this is already not gonna work, and I know that.
And you're already in college, like, let's be honest here.
Yeah, like, I was already way ahead of him. I was like, you're so far below me, like, even if I was at my age, you're, like, down here. So, it was very hard to articulate a sentence. So, but he was really hot. I'll give him that. And I think he's actually pretty successful now, so go you.
Hey, good on him.
Yeah, good for him. So we were in the movies, which I didn't realize was like a really bad place to have a first date, because this motherfucker would not shut up the entire fucking movie. And I was really into it because it was one of the Hunger Games. And I was getting so angry. Like, I'm still angry about it to this day, because why are you talking during the movie?
And it's the Hunger Games, sir. Up. Have some respect.
Right? Like, it was a very good moment. Okay. Anyway. At one point, he's talking so much and I'm ignoring him. Like, I am full on Teflon face. Like, don't look at me. Don't talk to me. I'm not acknowledging you. This is a good movie. And he pulls up the armrest between us and lays his head in my lap to look up at me and talk to me from my lap.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Keep in mind, first date ever. I have never been kissed. I've never, like, actually had any type of substantial relationship with a guy. What the fuck are you doing in my lap talking during a movie? Like, what the fuck?
So he didn't even try, like, to yawn and, like, arm over. No. He just went straight
Didn't try to hold my hand. Nothing. Just straight in. And I was like, I want to go home. Like, this is not fun. So I'm giving him, like, the cold shoulder at this point. Movie ends. We're in the hallway. We are, like, one of the few people in that whole theater. And we're coming out, and he wants me to give him a piggyback ride down the hallway of the dark, closed movie theater.
He wants you to give him a piggyback ride.
Yeah, keep in mind, he's like 6'5". I'm not. Yeah. It was so bad. He's 6'5". He's pretty buff. Like, but like, I'm a little skinny girl. Like, I'm tiny. I don't have any muscle. What the fuck are you doing trying to jump on my back in a dark hallway? What are you doing? I ghosted him after that.
Yeah, no, I would too. I mean, I feel like he's trying to be like the quirky, cute girl from like the Zooey Deschanel from the movies, but he's also like a 6'5" dude. Like, he tried to.
And he's like a country boy. Yeah, and I went out with him because I was like, ooh, country boy, cowboy boots, cowboy hat, what you doing when you got that button up? Like, what's up? Like, I wanted a manly man. And I got him trying to be cute and quirky, and it was really weird.
Yeah, no, that
I'm not even like that. Like, what are you doing?
Because you're chaos incarnate. That's what you are.
Yeah.
There's nothing cute about chaos. That's just...
For sure.
And for folks at home, you know, if you thought like... If you're like, oh yeah, Daniel's just lying. Dina's like super adorable. And she is. Listen, you're adorable. But you also are a competition marksman, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm terrified of her.
Yep. And good at throwing knives.
As that producer
and, like,
shot a video. of my brass knuckles.
Her weapon collection?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't just brass knuckles. It was your collection of various weapons, including brass knuckles.
I was just looking for the stars.
Switchblades.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're like, oh yeah, she's adorable, like she can't be nearly as like deadly as she sounds. Like she's pretty fucking deadly. Me and Sean are both big dudes, and I don't want to speak for you, producer Sean, but I feel like we both have a healthy fear of Dina.
Oh yeah.
Most people do.
Yeah. So
Terrified.
my first date story is I do this because, listen, women, I'm married, I'm taken. I know you're going to want to swoon for me after you hear about my first date endeavors, but just know.
Oh, Lord.
So how this one started. This was back in the early days of Facebook, before Dina was even born. Back when Facebook was for college students only, and you could only be on Facebook.
Don't
Give me that look. Don't give me the look. All right, Miss Dina Fur. Don't judge me.
I'm judging.
And so it was only like for college kids. No one else could be in it. You had to have a college email. And I was, kind of again new to campus. This was post Horse Girl, and Yep. And I was browsing the Facebook groups, and I found a group of people who like to cuddle. Because that was the thing. I'm like, hey,
you fucking weirdo. You fucking weirdo.
It was not weird back then. People like to cuddle, Dina. People like to cuddle, Dina.
You remember that restraining order we told you about?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Fucking a group that likes to cuddle.
Anyways, and so I was on there, and I was like, yeah, what's up? I give good hugs. And this girl, who's like really pretty, way too pretty to be talking to me, is like, hey, I think I'll sit behind you in drama. Like, let's talk. And so, slid DMs.
Hold on. Was she really that pretty if she was on a Facebook group for people that want to cuddle?
This was back when it was college students only. It was a new world. There was a wild west out there.
This was also pre-bots.
Yeah.
So you can trust when people commented on your things.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, none of these were Anthony's future wives. The robots.
I'll allow it.
And so we end up talking, and like she agrees to go on a date. I'm like, shit, this girl's way too pretty for me. So naturally, I'm like, I'm gonna be suave as fuck. I've got this. I show up at her house or her apartment, pick her up. I'm like, and spoiler alert, I absolutely blow this, guys. So we go to a nice Italian restaurant.
Blow this guy or blow this guy's?
Clarification, this was a girl I was out on a date with, and I metaphorically blew it. Damn it, Dina. And so go to this Italian restaurant, and like this was one of those ones, okay, it can't be that nice, but it used to be like, hey, you could draw on like placemat because we're children. And so I'm being cute, we're drawing on, playing some tic-tac-toe on there and stuff, and I started.
Was it the macaroni grill?
Yes, it was the macaroni grill. That's exactly what it was. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
And so, we're playing some competitive tic-tac-toeing, and I immediately knocked the water all over her. First things first, just trying to go there and just
clean it up or laugh.
Just knock it all over her. If only that was the first time I did it. I managed to do it again later in the date. Yeah, I know.
I would kill you.
Same date?
Same date. I did it twice. I knocked water under her.
Oh my god.
Twice. But I'm recovering. I'm being charming. We're laughing about it. Oh man, Daniel, you're so goofy and funny.
She was not laughing as much as he thinks she was.
Yeah, well, we're getting to that.
Because here's the thing. Before you go on,
yeah.
I've known Daniel a very, very long time, and he's always positioned himself around girls as like the goofy, quirky dude. And it's always cute to them for a little while, and then they get over it.
Yeah, my wife is learning the hard way that I never stop being klutzy.
You had to move really quick to get her.
Yeah. There was a very finite period where my shenanigans are still adorable. And so I'm slowly recovering. We're getting back into flirtation mode, and then the check comes. Pull out my credit card, hand it to the person. And the server, for the sweetest server in the world, she's like, hey, your card's declined.
Oh no.
And then, like, I'm like, that can't be possible. I know I have money in there. I checked.
Can't be possible. Can't be possible.
So she goes and checks again, and then she pulls me to the side. She's like, hey, man. So in front of the date, she's like, hey, listen, our system's been crazy. It's you know, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys happen to have any other form of
throwing
payment?
Out for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Throwing out for me. So she ends up having to pay for our date. Turns out the magnetic strip on my card was fucked up. So that's what happened there. So yeah, my date gets water
spilled on. Did they have magnetic strips on the cards back then?
That's all they had. There was no chip.
Yep.
It was just the strip.
I was kidding! Fuck's sake.
I take history very seriously, Dina.
Yeah, so...
Oh my god!
So Daniel picked up his rotary phone.
Yeah, and so, needless to say, there was no recovering from that for the rest of the evening.
No.
There was nothing. And, we went home. I didn't even try to lean in for the kiss. I didn't even try to get invited inside. I knew that I was just done at that point. To be fair,
did you pay her back?
Yeah, so me and her became friends, which is nice. And she was like, and she loved to torture me that she was like, yeah, listen, I was super into you. Like, I'd already told my sister to clear off. Like, I already told her, like, hey, I'm probably going to take this dude home. And I blew it that much. I blew basically a sure thing.
Wow.
If anyone's going to ruin a sure thing, it's going to be you, buddy.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So that's my...
Wow.
So yeah, ladies, if you're feeling jealous of my wife and you're like, man, I wish I had a shot at Daniel, that's the type of date you're in store for. Right there. So our romance isn't over yet, though, because we're gonna ratchet it up a notch. Dina, tell us about your first kiss.
I'm kind of scared to tell you about it because you said you were going to try to ruin it.
I'm 100% going to try to ruin it. That goes without saying.
Yeah, because I told him my first kiss was perfect.
And we are here now.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, this is the perfect first kiss.
My first kiss was actually my husband. I don't know if we were dating yet or not. Yeah, I know. It was really cute. So my best friend at the time was like our mutual best friend. And we all worked together, and she knew, like, he had asked me out several times, and I kept saying no. That's a whole nother story. Oh my god, this dude is fucking relentless. So,
Dina giving creepers everywhere hope.
For real. I finally
never give up.
Had like no, give up when she says no. Otherwise, never mind. I'll stop. I think his sister listens to this. I can't roast him too much. I had finally started talking to him, like letting him, like not just shunning him. He had finally worn me down enough to where I was like, okay, we can, let me fucking give you a try.
Everywhere taking notes, I'll just wear him down, guys.
Yeah. I was like, fine, whatever. I just got broken up with. Why the fuck not? So, we had started talking, our mutual best friend. I think it was after our first date, and it didn't go good. But, our friend, I had asked my friend, I was like, why didn't he kiss me? Like, we had our first date. It was not great, but like, he could have fucking tried to kiss me or something. So she knew this, and I had told her that, and I had gone to his apartment because his apartment used to be like the hangout spot, and I had left a whole bunch of snacks there, and my friend and I were gonna go to
Is that how you mark
house.
your territory? You're just like, I'm gonna throw down snacks.
I leave food at your house.
So that's how you know Dina likes you. If she starts hoarding snacks at your house.
Yeah, for real. I actually do.
Oh my god. It's like safety catches.
Just in case I get hungry. We were gonna go to my house to watch a movie or something. She was gonna spend the night. And I was like, oh shit, I don't have money left. I spent all my money, whatever bills, and I have snacks over at Tim's place, so let's go there. And let's just grab snacks. Text him, tell him that we're on the way. I'm just gonna grab the snacks, I'll run in, and I'll run back out. But she had known that I was bitching about him not having kissed me on our date like 2 weeks ago or whatever that was. So she texted him. No, she Snapchatted him. And she kept playing videos in the car, and I didn't know she was Snapchatting him, but it was videos all about like kissing. And like the songs were all about kissing. And it was like kiss me or whatever, and whatever the One Direction song is.
Everyone remembers the number one hit jam of 2014, Kiss Me, or whatever.
Basically shoving in his face that he needs to make a move without
which I
directly
didn't know,
telling him.
Right, and I didn't know that she was doing that. So by the time I got to his apartment, she was like, I'll wait here in the car. You go in and run in. And he had like the snacks at the top of the stairs because it was like the type of apartment you like go in and it's immediately stairs inside. He had the snacks ready for me at the top of stairs because I had told her, I was like, tell him to be ready because I don't want to fucking hang out with him. Because he pissed me off because he hadn't kissed me.
I don't want to see you, I just want snacks.
That's fair.
I literally walked in and I was like, give me my chips. And I don't know why I had such a nasty attitude towards him, but I did. That's been our life for the last 6 years. I just have a nasty attitude and I don't know why. So he gives me the snack and he's like, no, I'll carry them downstairs for you. And I was like,
gentleman.
Whatever. Like, it was kind of chivalrous and nice, but like I was getting pissy.
Let me carry your chips for you.
The Knights of the Round Table, that was one of their laws. Carry chips for all women.
Like, I'll carry them for you. So we get to the base of the stairs and he like keep in mind he's very tall and I look short compared to him. So he's holding the chips out so that I can't grab them, and I'm reaching for them and I'm getting kind of pissed off. But I'm trying, like, he's so fucking cute. He's so hot, and I'm like trying to be angry, but I can't be because he's just so damn attractive. So he has the chips. Finally, I grabbed the chips and I started to walk away, but he kind of like did like the movie thing where like the girl is up against the wall and his hands are like over her, and then he just like kisses me, and so I made it really awkward because it was hot, and I made it really awkward because after we stopped kissing, I was like, and I struck underneath his arms and just ran away.
You ran? You ran? You literally made out with the dude and then ran away? His
hands were still on the wall and we're looking at each other, and I just kind of like and went under his arm with the chips and ran away.
You got what you wanted. You were just there for the chips. Yeah,
I did. I felt like a whore, but that's fine.
Okay, so
for the folks at home, the hands on the wall thing only works if she's into you. If not, it comes off really, really badly.
Yeah, it could be very, very aggressive. That's
a Hail Mary.
Yeah,
you don't just pull that one out.
So hold on. So let's
please
just
don't do that to a woman
this.
unless you know she wants you.
Let's recap. So Dina has repeatedly rejected this man, but he refuses to give up. Just continues to plow forward. Okay.
But she let her guard down a little bit.
Yeah.
Started chatting with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He has repeatedly missed the signals to green light, so he is now on a solid red light.
Yeah.
So then he bullies you by keeping your sustenance from you, and then he aggressively forces you against a wall, kisses you, and then you make a daring escape.
Forced me against the wall.
You really pumped up the aggressive thing.
It was pretty aggressive, Dina.
What she was.
No, it was.
I don't think that's what she was saying. I think you're twisting it.
Yeah, you're making it. Yeah, you're trying really hard to make it a bad kiss, but it was very smooth, and it wasn't like I was like scared and like slammed up against the wall or like aggressive, like hot and steamy. It was just like a very, I don't know. It was like a turn.
I feel like this is a questionable legality thing here, so I'm going to just go ahead and preemptively drink to this.
Oh my god, what are you about to do?
I'm just saying, you married the man, so, these tactics apparently work, so...
Only if she's into you.
And we need to emphasize that. Oh my god. My friend told him that it was like, okay, so my friend made sure that he knew that there was a green light. It wasn't like he was
did his due diligence,
there was consent, everyone. There was consent. Yes. All right. So my first kiss, thankfully, producer Sean was present for. No, it was not producer Sean himself, even with his dreamy eyes.
You wish.
And his woman hips.
Drink.
So, my freshman year, I know this would be hard to believe, but I was not yet suave with the ladies. Not very good at talking to them. I know this is shocking.
No.
Yeah. I was actually kind of shy in those days. I had a nice little, like, parted haircut down the middle, like, you know, hair down to the
Did you have
side.
long hair?
Kind of. Like down, like the eye.
You had, like, shaggy hair?
No, it wasn't shaggy. My hair's very straight. Very, very
No,
straight.
it was like the preppy boy part.
Yep, preppy part. I looked like a douchebag.
Alright.
Listen, even my senior
I was
year,
gonna say
I
if it's
had, like,
shaggy, it was gonna be
spiked
like hot.
up- No, it was not.
Don't worry, I'm going to put a picture. I have the yearbooks, so I'll put an actual picture of him.
Thank you,
I'll
I
edit it
appreciate
in
that.
for the episode.
And so once again, which is the theme of my life, a girl that was far too pretty started talking to me. And this started because allegedly I stole her. It was like Halloween and she had like a little like sailor's hat, and I kind of apparently stole her because that's how you flirt with girls, is just steal things from them. Allegedly. And
Oh my god, that's
so she found my phone number in the directory and you know, called me. He's like, my hat's dirty because of you. And I was like, is that really why you called me? So then we ended up like talking for like 2 hours, and then she was my girlfriend because that's how relationships were at that point in time.
2 hours is all that it takes.
Yeah, that's all it took. Yeah. So she was my girlfriend now. Now remember,
Hold on.
What? Hold on.
Dina has fallen in love for way less than that. Let's be honest.
I have.
This is true. I don't want to hear
She's like,
judgment
we have
from you,
one
Dina.
common interest. I've never even talked to this person, but I already loved him.
Don't talk about him like that.
I didn't name any names. Okay,
This is now
go on,
a
Daniel.
podcast subtweet.
Hey.
That's Dina's move, by the way. Hey.
Hey.
What I do is I look a woman up and down and I say, hey, how you doing?
So, you know, we've been dating for like a couple weeks now, and I haven't like kissed her. And she's like straight up told me, she's like, so, why haven't you kissed me yet? Why haven't we kissed? I'm like,
Having to make the move is scary, even when you know
Is it?
that it's.
yes.
Yeah, it's scary, dude.
Terrifying. Because I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like,
When you've never done it before, for sure.
yeah, I'm like, how do you even kiss? Yeah. You know, like, I don't know. Like,
Is
I'm
that
like,
how you kiss?
exactly. I'm just like,
Please don't show us how you kiss.
But no, so like, because I'm terrified, I'm like, I'm gonna kiss her, and she's gonna be like, this is fucking horrible, never kiss me again, bye. And so like, I'm just not gonna do it. And so this has gone on for like weeks, and so it's her birthday, and we're all freshmen in high school, so we gotta drive. And she's like, hey, so my group of friends are gonna go meet up at Starbucks, like you should bring your friend. I'm like, hey, Sean, buddy, you wanna come hang out at Starbucks with me? Sean, how excited were you to do this?
I did like caramel frappuccinos, so I was on board.
That's what a bro does. It was definitely the eye roll and you better give me a frappuccino, man. And so he comes out there with me. It's like 4 of her girlfriends and Sean. And like we're all like hanging out in like our little like crowd out in front of Starbucks, like mature, independent adults. And like I've got my arm around her and I'm like super cool.
How old are you?
Like yeah. Oh, I was freshman in high school, so I was like,
Yeah, 14.
no, I remember I was
okay.
behind you guys. I was 13.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh.
because you're October. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was
The
like,
funniest thing about that is we were all there because we all knew that they wanted to kiss each other, but they just wouldn't do it.
Oh my
And we were all
god.
just waiting for it to happen.
yeah, like this is like a 5-person wingman team out
Oh
here
my
to support
god,
us.
Daniel. Such bad
I
game.
was scared.
No.
Yes. And so
Well, okay,
Yeah.
you're 14. All right, you're 14.
13.
I'll give you that. 13. You're
Yeah, I-
13. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and so
Listen, Dina had her doctorate at 14, okay?
Yeah.
and so I got my arm around her like the cool freaking guy I am, just like strutting my stuff, like, all right, cool, I got this. This is the pace I'm digging. And like literally mid-conversation, I don't even know what we were talking about, but literally someone had said something and she goes, hey, hold on a second, guys, I need to go make out with my boyfriend really quick. I'm like, what? And she goes, drags me around the corner, pushes me up against an alcove, and just starts making out with me. This wasn't even like a slow peck start, like, you know, it was just full on tug. We're going for it, and I'm like having no idea what I'm doing. I'm like, this is happening. What the
Full on tug.
fuck? And And this is the part that I will thank her for the rest of my life. Because she pulls back and she gives me like the dreamy little look. She's like, I didn't expect you to be such a good kisser. And I'm like, yes! Yes, I can do things! I'm good at things!
Confidence.
Go! Yes!
And for the record,
so
this...
after that, that sets up your confidence
rest of my
for
life.
every
That's what
other
it is.
kiss that you go for.
Yep. She could have been lying
That's
to me.
beautiful.
Honestly, she probably was, because I had no idea it was Oon. We're just friggin' tongues
True
out,
story.
guns out, man, and that lie set a whole new course for me for the rest of my life.
Good job, Daniel.
And meanwhile, I was standing around the corner at the Starbucks with 4 girls I didn't know. And we're all just standing there knowing what they were doing around the corner and just being like, yeah, so how's it going?
This weather, right?
Yeah, Giants are doing okay, right? No, don't watch baseball? Oh,
Nope.
okay. All right, then.
That's why I love you, buddy. This is why I love you, Sean. And so, all right. So now let's transition. Let's move forward. It is time where we are going to talk about romance novels. We're going to talk about... So Dina, and I know this isn't the only thing you are, but Dina has dabbled or thought that she had dabbled in romance novels with what she writes and how she writes. And, you know, we got into like an interesting discussion off air because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about romance novels, what it takes and what goes on there. So Dina, talk to me. What is I guess the definition, or what are we calling romance novels?
So yeah, you hit it right on the nail. I almost said nose. I think that's also an idiom, but
Yeah, I think that's also
yeah, you hit it right on the nail. I thought that I was romance, but I then learned that apparently one of the 4 main requirements, 1, 2, 3, 4, one of the 4 main requirements for classifying as romance is
I'm waiting for that.
to have a happily ever after.
That's my happily ever after right there.
That's your HEA moment. Yeah, and I personally don't write... I write love stories, but I do not write happily ever afters. I don't really resonate with happily ever after. I like reading them, but I don't like writing them because I'm just like really morbid and I'm like, there's no such thing as a happily ever after on Earth. Like,
Yeah, sorry,
So
kid. Your
I get
relationship's
really-
doomed.
No, I just get really cynical because I'm just like, it ends in death. Like, and
Everything's terrible.
then we get to the happy stuff, but we're not going to go spiritual. So
Yeah,
I was just like, oh yeah, I totally thought that I was romance, and I'm not because I don't have any happily ever afters in any of my books. You're welcome. Spoiler alert.
So yeah, if
the
you're
other-
reading Dina's books to be happy, don't.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Like, just don't read the end.
Yeah, just don't. There's like a good, like 70%, you know, just like Save the Cat, where I'm going to have your good moment.
Stop reading
the
the
other-
70%.
The other requirements are conflict. You have to have some sort of conflict that like keeps your people apart, which I'm very good at. And you have to have chemistry with the couple. Like they can't just be like, you can't just throw your couple together and be like, you're going to be together. They have to have something in common, something that brings them together, finding
You
each
can't
other
just be like,
attractive,
smush, smush.
chemistry. Yeah, you can't just. Anyway, and I don't really understand my other note for this, but it says about the couple. The book has to focus on the couple. Like that has to be your main thing.
Yeah.
So
it
those are
can't
your 4
just be like a
requirements for
subplot. It
romance.
has to be like the focus,
Right.
central stuff that's going on. And I
Right.
think that's interesting because like we have a lot of friends that are romance novelists or into it. There's a lot of people that we follow on Twitter. And I mean, like, truth be told, like that's not my genre or forte, but like I'm interested in it because I think it's a really valid and obviously popular type of writing. And I think that especially as like a female romance novelist, like I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions and things that you have to deal with, like especially if you've told people like I write romance. And like I actually looked it up, and some of the things is like romance novels are just fluff. They're all about the sex. They're predictable. They're written by middle-aged women surrounded by a plethora of cats. And if that describes any of our romance novelist friends, I'm sorry. This is just Google. So, I mean, like, as you as a writer, how do you feel about like dealing with and I guess battling through or subverting those types of conceptions on that genre?
It's kind of hard because like I also feel those same stereotypes because I'm just like, do I really want to tell people that I write romance? Which apparently I fucking don't, so that's cool. But
so
before
now,
when I thought, yeah. When I thought that I did, I was like, ooh, I don't want to say romance because when you say romance, everybody it instantly goes erotica. And I'm not like that. Like I'm uncomfortable saying pureness. Like, like I'm not like that. So I was always hesitant to say, ooh, I'm romance. And there are just like really horrible stereotypes to it, even though it's not all erotica. Most of it is not erotica because that's its own genre. Like, yeah. So
and there's nothing wrong with erotica either. Like, we're not knocking.
That disappoints me.
Yeah. So no steamy sex scene in Dina's book. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. That's because I write like I'm in high school.
Oh no. Producer Sean has now left the show. So
don't leave us.
Oh my gosh. So I mean, talk to me about like, because again, I haven't read as much in the genre, and I definitely want to. I'm going to be reading Shannon's book a little bit later because we have our mandatory Shannon reference at least once an episode. So hi, Shannon.
Yep.
Dude, it just happens at least once. You don't have to say
it
it's
really
mandatory.
does. No, I went back and I was like, oh my god, why do I talk about Shannon so much? I have no idea.
Like I feel like people at home have to
Shannon?
think that. Yeah, they're like, is she imaginary? Like, is this their imaginary friend, Shannon? That
at Shannon B. Writes on Twitter. Follow her.
So, like, what are some like good examples of romance? Like, either books or scenes, or just something where you're like, this was something that I would like put on a pedestal of a good job of romance writing.
So, I just decided to pick one because I did not really read a whole ton of romance until the last like 2 years. I really, really enjoyed, it was actually the first series that was like actually listed as romance that I ever read. This Demigods of San Francisco by K.F. Breen. Sorry, I'm burping.
Sean, have you seen any of those demigods lately?
Yeah, every day when I go to work.
I wish that I understood that reference.
He lives in San Francisco.
I work in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh! Ha 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 ha.
Don't give me that look. All right,
Okay.
Dina, that is ridiculous. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was in San Francisco. I knew he was in California. I just didn't know he was in San Francisco.
I'm not in San Francisco now. I work in San Francisco. I commute.
Well,
Even though it
whatever.
wasn't words, your gaze was hurtful, and I will drink to that, madam.
I don't live in Tampa, but you said that I lived in Tampa and I didn't have to correct you. Ugh. Okay. Please don't make that a sound effect.
Oh, that's definitely a sound effect.
Okay,
It's already done.
No, it was a really good romance series. I think she has 3 or 4. I don't remember. I read them all. They were very, very good.
What about them like made them good to you? Like, what was the? I guess.
So I'm a fantasy reader. I love fantasy, anything sci-fi or fantasy. Love it. I love magic. I have to have it. I love sci-fi. It's all good. So I really wanted to like branch out into other genres because that's all that I've ever read is sci-fi and fantasy. I have never read outside of that genre except for like a couple of biographies. And I was like, you know what? I really want to find a romance novel that is also in that category so I can try to like, you know, transition out smoothly. Because I'm just not comfortable reading outside of my genre. Like, not the genre that I write, but like, that's my reading genre. That's what I like. So I decided to like do some research and find it. And I found K.F. Breen and I love all of her stuff. She's amazing.
That's amazing. That's
I aspire
a great
to be
plug.
like her. Like, it's great.
K.F. Breen,
Come on
you
the
listen to this podcast. Come on. Love to chat with you. We're nice people.
Yeah, let's go.
KF.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah,
Let's have a drink.
Yeah, let's have a drink.
Talk about writing.
Well, promise. Maybe there'll be a steamy sex scene later that we can have you read.
Yeah, maybe. She'd be really good at it. She could write. She could write us one.
She could write our bad romance scene. That would be actually pretty amazing.
I don't know if she can write bad though. Like, that's the thing.
No, see, that's the thing. I've had multiple people come to me and say, "Can my erotica be featured on your show?" And I'm like, "No, we only read bad erotica. Is your erotica bad?"
Yeah, she would write us too good of a...
No.
Yeah, exactly.
People just want to like hear me read it. I feel like that's weird. I didn't know that they were doing that. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, that's 100% what they're doing. They don't listen to my episodes where I do the reads. They just skip that part. They're just like,
they know every other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's the thing, you're always way into it for like the first 3 words, and then you can't hold it together for the rest of it.
I can't. I can't. It's oh man. All right, so Dina, give us an example of like a bad romance novel idea, something that you've come across in the genre where you're like, that sucks.
Sorry. I should not have had. Oh, I gotta stop drinking the White Claws until they sponsor us because they make me burp. So,
White Claws, they make you burp.
Not a sponsor.
Is that the spot? Is that the spot, yeah. White Claw, that you want to hear?
That's it, yeah. Or we can change it and make it better if you sponsor us. Thank you.
Not a sponsor yet.
Yet. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of shit because I keep shitting on this series. And I don't hate the series. I like the series. I was a huge
You're going to say Twilight, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know what you are.
Say it. Out loud. Say it.
Vampire.
It's not. I like it. I enjoy reading it. But in the grand scheme of things, it is not good romance. It's a little cheesy. It's a little overdone. And like she calls herself out on it in later books too, which I feel like that gives me the in because she's just not good.
That's fair. That's fair. Twilight, I think, is an example that has been attacked before, and you know how I feel about love triangles, but not your love triangle. I'm sure yours is done amazingly and awesome.
Mine was good.
And yours is good. Listen, not all tropes are bad, but I don't think that they did the love triangle well there. Team Jacob. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Same.
Yeah. All right. So it is time. It is time for the best part of the show. Hit the music, producer Sean. It's story time with Dina.
Gone. Hold on, I'll get it, and I'll cut out this bullshit. By the way, it's really odd to me that you shit on Twilight when it's literally fantasy romance, and that's like what you're looking for.
I think it's just the love, how they handle the love. They really.
It is. It's because she should have wound up with Jacob. And she made Jacob so good.
Ends up with Jacob.
Yeah, that's also weird. Freaks me out because, like, you wanted him for a certain period of time, and then all of a sudden he's just gonna like imprint on your daughter, and you're gonna be like, that's my son-in-law.
This just got creepy, Jacob.
Like, that's how we make it weird, Jacob.
It just pisses me off. Like, and why? Why did their relationship go the way that it did? It didn't have to be like that. She acted the damsel in distress.
Yes. Oh, God.
It was very forced.
We'll drink to that.
Yeah. It's just...
She was definitely damsel in distress. No, that's a good call. So we're going to... God, fucking Team Jacob. I think what the problem is that she got too into writing Jacob. She wrote him too good and then realized that everyone was Team Jacob. And then she's like, well,
and then Jacob put a shirt on and then no one was interested anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that she didn't realize, I don't know. She just didn't, she realized how much people wanted him. And then she was like, let me fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
And it just...
Yeah, she's like, how can we still kind of make them together?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
Are we ready
It's
for story time?
For everyone's favorite segment, Story Time with Dina. Let's go.
It's story time with Dina.
Okay. Going back in time. Not that far, though, so just... That's it.
Just
That's
like
all you get.
a little.
So, this started out as a very serious misunderstanding. So, my aunt, I hope she's not listening, but if you are, I love you and let's talk it out.
It's totally another aunt. It's Aunt Sylvia. You don't know her.
So she met this really good friend of mine at the time, and we were all hanging out, and my aunt has never liked any of my friends. She just has not liked them, which I don't blame her because they have all turned out shitty.
Oh,
so
no. So you're fucked.
Yeah, she met that one, and she was like, yeah, no, she's gotta go, and I was like, no, she's fine. So she meets this friend, and she loves her instantly. Like, they're getting along, they're hanging out, they're having wine together. Like, it's great. And I'm happy. Like, I like this friend. She's great. Give me a name. Come up with a name so I can not say her name.
Jamiroquai.
Oh my god.
Why? What the fuck?
You thought you were mad at names, Tina.
We'll call her Sarah. So, Sarah,
Jamiroquai.
this is several months after, and, you know, she's seen my aunt a couple times, whatever, and aunt still loves her, still asks about her. Like, that's a big step for my aunt. Like, how is Sarah?
Jamiroquai.
So, Sarah is supposed to come to my birthday party. She texts me and says, I am on my way. I never hear from her again.
What?
I never hear from her again.
What a plot twist!
My aunt asks about her a couple weeks later, and I was very angry because how do you tell somebody that I'm on my way to your birthday party and not show up? And then never talk to them again. I've texted, I have called, I have Facebook messaged, I have Snapchatted, I have done everything. I get no responses. And I'm stalking her on Facebook. There are no Facebook updates, just gone.
Just disappeared.
Yeah. And so, partly in anger and bitterness, and partly
she's
like
with Fernando?
actually, she might be with Fernando.
Her and Josh went on a date.
Partly that bastard. So, partly in bitter anger, and partly kind of like at the back of my head, I'm like, what the fuck happened? Because her husband doesn't have my contact information. I don't have his contact information. I don't even know his fucking name. Like, yeah, my aunt messaged me and was like, how's Sarah? And I was like, dead to me. Gone. Disappeared. Missing.
Would you say
I had said it kind of being just like, she ghosted me, fuck her, she's dead to me. But at the same time, I was also like, could she be dead?
Oh no.
I don't know. So I never get contacted by the police, which was my aunt used to be a private investigator, and that was like the first thing. She was like, did the police contact you? You need to contact the police. And I was like, no, they didn't contact me, but I also don't want to contact them. And I didn't tell her this, but I was like, I don't want to contact them because I don't know if she's actually missing. And I don't want to be like psycho and be like, hey, my friend ghosted me at my birthday party, and now I want to know where she is. Like, that's crazy, right? That's crazy.
Totally not crazy behavior.
I need a drink. So, a year later, my aunt and I there's no Facebook updates from her. Still have not heard anything. At this point, I'm going with it. I'm like, you know what? She might be dead.
Yeah, dude.
I'm angry that she ghosted me.
Yeah.
But she could very well actually be a ghost.
A ghost. Spooky ghost.
So we're going with it. I'm out to drinks with my aunt. and she asked me about Sarah. And I am not willing to correct it because I still don't know if she is actually dead, actually missing, or just ghosted me. These are the options that we have. I am not willing to discuss them further because I am still bitter, but I know that I shouldn't be bitter because she could be dead.
Very well. If anything, that's the most logical explanation. It's the only explanation in my mind.
And there's people posting on her Facebook like, miss you, and like, hey, Sarah, where are you? Like, and I'm like, okay, but there's no news articles, and there's no police, and there's no RIP, or anything like that. So I'm like, what the fuck happened? But I'm not willing to read. Like, I'm usually all about that. Like, let me stalk the fuck out of people.
So,
but
by
I'm
the
not
way, everyone
willing
on Twitter, Dina has your whole credit card history, everything. She knows everything about you. Just assume that right away. So,
I do all the vetting for our guests. Thank you. Anyway, just know if you get on the show, it's because I said yes.
yeah, I have no say in this at all.
Not anymore. You're done.
Trust Dina's gut.
You're dead to me, Daniel.
Peter Shaw changed everything.
So you started this goddamn war. Where was I? Oh. No, where was I? Fuck! No!
She's a ghost. She's a ghost. No one Facebook, no one knows anything.
We're at dinner. Yeah, we're at dinner, and I have not thought about her since then. But my aunt asks about her, and I'm not willing to like talk about it because I'm still an angry, bitter bitch.
Okay.
And
hashtag Team Petty.
I was like, still, I don't know. My aunt's like, you know, she's spoken to me, and I'm like, I'm trying to keep it calm because my aunt doesn't know that I'm a bitter bitch because I don't want her to see that side of me, even though she definitely knows. But, like, I mean, the woman helped raise me, but, like, I don't want to admit that I'm a bitter bitch to her because she means so much to me. I don't want to be like, yeah, I don't actually know, like, she's dead or alive. I'm being shitty. I don't want to admit that. So I'm like, yeah, tell me more. And she's like, yeah, no. So I feel like, you know, she's telling me that she got hit in the back of the head and her husband definitely did it. And I'm like, okay. Tell me more. And still not saying anything because I don't know. I'm like, okay. She's like, have you heard from her husband? I'm like, no. She goes, what about the baby? Where's the baby? And I was like,
there's a baby involved?
Yeah, she had a daughter. She had a very young, little small thing. Just this size, exactly.
Just but she's still like alive because you're saying had, and I don't like the had.
Was this a human baby or a hamster? Because that size wasn't.
It's just a whole hamster
human baby. It was a human baby. The baby is still alive. Let's just disclose that right now because I don't fuck with dead babies. There's an alive baby. There's no dead baby in the story. So don't look at me like that. You know what I meant. So, baby's fine. Baby's still alive. I've seen a recent picture. Yeah, she goes, okay, did they own a boat? I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. No. She
It's
goes,
fucking Florida. Doesn't everybody have a boat?
No,
we
don't.
Or lease a boat?
We don't all own boats.
Do you own a boat, Dina?
Could have fooled me.
Yeah.
Ah! Dina owns a boat. But go on, sorry. No one has a boat in Florida.
Yeah, nobody has a boat in Florida. I was like, no, I don't think they had a boat. And she goes, okay, what about a farm? I'm getting farm vibes. And I'm like, I was like, they didn't own a farm. But her parents own a farm.
White Claw.
Yeah, that's White Claw. Fuck them.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. I was like, her parents own a farm. And she was like, she's buried on the farm. That's what she's telling me. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, has she ever visited you? And I was like, nope. Sure hasn't. Sure hasn't.
No.
I think about her sometimes. And she goes, next time you think about her, go ahead and tell her to tell me where she's at. I'll find her body.
So she's playing
like,
telephone with you with a ghost?
my-
Like, hey, don't talk to me, ghost. Go
Yeah,
talk to
I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
What kind of private investigator was she again?
Just a private investigator? I
It
don't know.
sounds like she
kinds-
used some paranormal skills with their private
Paranormal
Oh, I
investigator.
don't- no, she was just like finding cheaters and shit, I think. I
Two
don't know.
ghosts
I should
telling
probably
them
ask
about
her.
the cheating.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so a couple months after that, guess who makes their first Facebook post for the first time in 2.5 years?
Fernando.
So Sarah makes a Facebook post about starting a new life and everything.
She was reincarnated.
She fucking... So, I wasn't going to tell my aunt. I was going to let it ride because she was still talking to me about seeing her ghost. And I was just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Darn.
It's totally fine. Yeah. I told her the message for you. So, then I finally had to come clean because this thing won the stupid poll, and I had to tell her that.
So we
she's
busted
alive.
this entire lie wide open.
Wait, so Sarah's still dead, though, right? That was just her ghost on Facebook.
Yeah, it was ghost Facebook.
You know, so here's the thing. My aunt actually responded because, like, I came clean and I was like, listen, she's not dead. She just ghosted me. And my brother thinks I'm a shitty person because he was in the car with her when this happened. And he was like, you didn't fucking investigate when you've got a dead friend? Like, you're a psycho and you stalk people all the time and you know fucking everything about everybody that you talk
That's
to before
fair.
you talk to them. Yeah. He was very, very freaked out by me not caring that she was dead. But to be fair, I didn't know if she was dead, so I was like, and he was like, you're not my fucking sister if you're not finding out if she's dead. And I was like, that's right. That's right. But I dropped the ball because I was a bitter bitch.
Oh my gosh. So hold on. Is this your first experience with paranormal?
Wait. Back up.
Okay.
My aunt
I knew it
still,
wasn't over.
Yeah, my aunt still thinks that she's dead and that was a fake Facebook post.
Oh, so this is
So,
still
we
an
can keep
ongoing
this going.
investigation.
Yeah, we can keep this going because I'm not gonna stalk her because I'm still a bitter bitch. Because how you gonna tell me that you're coming to my birthday party and then ghost me, motherfucker?
Don't you ever
my
not come
aunt
to
might
Dina's
still
birthday.
be.
Ghost me, figuratively or literally.
But not like
Either
the
way.
sexy, like Patrick Swayze kind of ghosting. That's not the type of ghosting we want here.
Oh my god. No, we want like some Casper the Friendly Ghost.
But hold on. So has your aunt had experience with the paranormal before this, or was this her like first foray into the supernatural?
Can we define supernatural?
Has she talked about ghosts and communicating with them before?
Yeah,
She
her
has
whole
mentioned-
setup to me it sounded like the classic like clairvoyant scheme where they're like, give me one letter in their name and then they guess the name, or they're like, is there
Yeah.
a farm involved? Is there a boat? No? Oh, well, I'm getting farm vibes then. Like that's the whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She has mentioned feelings before about ghosts, but no, that was like the first that we have ever discussed, and that's how I felt too. I was like, a boat or a farm.
So this was your first time. So this kind of came out of left field. So you've not had ghost conversations with your aunt.
I was not expecting it. No,
I love how
I have had
she
very
jumps
spiritual-
from, is there a farm involved, to that's definitely where the body is. There is no fucking body.
I know, and I don't know. Like, yeah, we've had very spiritual conversations. If it's 50-50 if we agree, and she knows that. But yeah, no, I was like hard pass. It's a boat or a farm. No. And
So
she's
do
alive,
you believe in ghosts, Dina?
No, I do not.
Producer Sean, do you believe in ghosts?
I've never had an experience with a ghost personally. And I'm kind of a see it to believe it person. So
All right.
until that happens, I'm going to say no.
We're going to have like a paranormal episode here because I absolutely believe in ghosts and I want them to believe in themselves too.
We'll have to have an episode in Savannah.
No one got my joke. Damn it.
In Savannah.
That is actually one of our things. We want to have a group get together there. All right, guys. So that is the end of Story Time with Dina. Dina, are you ready for the next stage? It is time for a steamy romance read. This one comes, so you can go check your DMs. I'll set this up for us. This is from
Twitter,
our list that we found online.
Did you
We
check
didn't come. It's in Twitter. We didn't find this. This comes from the list that is arbitrarily made. We just used Google. So if you like this book, if you like this author, don't come at us. We are just checking lists. So this is the worst sex scene.
Is it by Stephanie Meyer?
I wish it wasn't. This is the worst sex scene of 2006. It is Black Swan Green by David Mitchell. Here we go. Let's go.
Why is this so long? Oh my god, hold on. This is so long.
That's what
she said.
Damn it. Hold on, I need water now. Okay. Oh god, I already hate it. If John Madden's breasts were a pair of Danishes, Debbie Crombie's got 2 space hoppers, each armed with a gribbly nipple. Tom Yu kissed them in turn, and his saliva glistened in the April sun. I know watching was wrong, but I couldn't not. Tom Yu slipped off her red panties and stroked the cressy hair there. If you want me to stop Madame Crombie, you have to say now. Ew, Master Yu. Brutal. Don't you dare. Tom Yu got on her and sort of jiggled there. and she gasped like he was giving her a Chinese burn and wrapped her legs round him froggily. Now he moved up and down. Man from Atlantis-ly. Like, can you not do that?
Atlantis-ly?
Atlantis-ly. His silver
That's
chain.
Definitely a word.
His silver chain jiggled on his neck.
Lots of jiggling.
Lots of jiggling. Now her grubby soles met like they were praying. Now his skin was glazed in roast pork sweat. Now she made a noise like a tortured Moomin troll. Now Tom Yu's body jerked, judderly, jackknifed, and a noise like a ripping cable tore out of him. Once more, like he'd been booted in the balls. Her fingernails, sunk salmon-y welts into his arse. Debbie Crombie's mouth made a perfect O. I quit. This show's bullshit.
That was fucking garbage, Daniel.
Why do you pick these?
I was like hovering over the buzzer the whole time to just shut it down.
We can never have that
almost
time
did it.
back. Rochelle is never going to listen to us again. She'll never get this time back.
She was never going to listen to us again.
Oh my God.
Listen, if she didn't like the Peter Shawn episode, she's not going to like any of them.
She listens to all of them. She's just a liar.
He jerked. That's the actual word. Jerked. Jerked.
Is this like, did some Scottish guy write this?
Oh, wait, yeah, let me read that like appropriately. Where was arse? Hold on. I gotta say it in the accent. Her fingernails sunk salmon-y welts into his arse.
That was great.
Wasn't that good?
That was some Brave vibes right there.
I just want to know, like, how hungry was he when he was writing
Zoe's
this?
going to like that one.
Because he started, like, on Danishes. Then he went to, like, frogs. And then we had roast pork sweat.
Jerk. Yeah, his sweat was like pork.
Roast pork sweat.
I'm going to use that in my next novel no matter what I do. Jerk.
Jerk.
He jerked. It's not a romance. It's a
Bacon
love
grease,
story.
sweat.
It's not a
Oh my god.
Like,
So that was a pretty good
out
one. I'm
the
pretty
bacon
excited.
grease.
That's our 2000s. That is our 2006 champion. Dina is
That
never
culture
married
is
again.
real.
That was so good.
I almost
All right,
quit
guys.
last time. That's why you didn't get to pick.
Yeah, this was a mistake. Let me do it again, guys. All right, it is time to get our choose your own adventure. Dina, what do we have in store for our next episode?
We have dumpster diving and the attempted kidnapper. Next one is poison strawberries. And the last one is my husband and I's first date. Here's the kicker. It was fake.
Oh, we're back to fake dating. This person's actually real this time. Oh man, that was incredible. I can't wait. I don't even know which way I'm gonna try to sway the voters. I mean, this is just excellent. So
I don't know what
it
I'm
is
gonna do.
Time, dear audience, for us to sign off. For us to leave you, and I don't want you to miss us too much in the meantime. Dina, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DinosaurusD. That's a big D.
You can find me at Dan Q Writes Thing. Dan Q Writes Thing singular, and it's not dank, Rain.
Wait.
It's not dank.
It's definitely dank.
You changed your Twitter handle. That's not your Twitter handle anymore.
Yes, Dan Q.
Dan Q writes thing.
Yeah.
It's Daniel Wrights Thing now. It's not Dan Q because he changed
What?
it because he didn't like Dave.
No, it's been.
No.
I tried to do that the first time. It doesn't fit too many characters. That's just always been what my name is, not what my actual handle is. Yeah.
Oh.
So it is not dank,
Oops.
Rain. All right.
It's dank.
Producer Sean,
Sorry.
where can folks find you?
I will be summoning Sarah with my Ouija board.
We hope to find Sarah/Jamiroquai anytime soon. As
Jamiroquai.
As always, if you like our show, like us, find us on YouTube, find us anywhere. There's a good experience, whether it's auditory or visually. Give us good reviews, give us good ratings. We want White Claw to notice us. Thank you guys so much for listening. Jesse.
Find us on TikTok because there's a shower video of Daniel getting more views than me. Thank you.
True story.
True story.